Hello, everybody. My kids' fathers hate me. It's official, okay? Now, our kids is older, and I'm going to tell you how I tested this theory out. And I want to start this off by saying I'm not a victim. I'm thankful to the Most High, to the universe for bringing these lessons into my life. So that I can learn things, learn more about myself, learn more about the divine. How do I know my kids' fathers hate me? Okay, so let's rewind back 10 years, okay? So, have the babies. Personalities clash, right? I already told you guys that I chose wrong and I was choosing off of face, value things. Well, I always like men that work. I don't attract men that don't work. And if they attracted to me, I don't know because I ain't never talked to them. But, I attract hardworking men because I have a nurturing, I like to nurture men and stuff like that, right? And then they were dark skins. They looked the way I liked them to look. They worked, which was great. I respected that. And then we had a few laughs, surface laughs, right? I didn't know to ask the penetrating deep questions at that time because I was in my 20s. I was young. So, having sex, attraction, had the babies. Now, I was thinking when I was younger, the reason I was kind of being treated like a child was because I was much younger than them. Not even that much, like a decade and some change with one of them and a decade with the other, like a little change. I'm thinking, okay, I'm in my 20s, okay, but now I'm in my 30s. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe they're acting like this because, we're not together anymore, or I don't fool with them no more, or we don't have sex together anymore. The little first initial, I would say 3-4 years after y'all kind of break up, it'd be a little weird, with the kids, especially if y'all break up when they babies and stuff, where you just don't, not even break up, you just don't deal with them no more sleeping together, right? And so you go through the rigmarole of having different relationships and stuff. And on my end, they never saw me have another relationship after them because I gave up on that. I gave that up and said, okay, I'm going to put this down because I don't know what I'm doing. I had enough sense to do that by the Most High, thank you, God. And I said, I'm just going to focus on the kids, right? Okay? What it is, okay? No regrets. Okay, now let's come to modern day, okay? Let's come to the modern day. Now, the kids are over a decade old. One of them a teenager. And I'm still being talked to like I'm a child. I'm doing the majority of the work. And I'm more than gracious. I don't beg for money. They don't pay when they don't pay child support. They pay it whenever they feel like it. I don't have any other men around their kids. I don't, harass them or texting them and all up in their face. So even the women that they're with at this point, which I was happy for them initially when we kind of, more of a reconnection with one. I'm like, okay, this is going to be great for the kids, additional, parents. This is great. I get a little me time. But what has been happening is these men truly hate me, okay? And I have two kids' fathers. And I didn't know at the time that I was so wounded and I had such low self-esteem that I would choose men that had no type of love for me, no care for my mental health. They don't have any type of spirituality, and if they do, it's dark, where it's not about, benefiting me. They don't care about any type of financial help, any of that stuff. And I'm the one that's raising their kids. They got these women that's temporarily been around, okay? And I've been around 13 years and some change, okay? Just taking care of the kids, just being cordial, ain't arguing with them. I don't want my kids to see that since they got older. When they was babies, we was arguing, you know what I'm saying? So with one of them, okay, our kids went over there, and which is cool. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna give you a little break. I ain't never had this happen this long, it's great. And he didn't like the way I did their hair. We wear natural hair. So when I do their hair, even if I do like an additional like add-ons, it's natural hair. My daughters see me with locks. I've been locks for 10 years. I got locked in 2015 when I got pregnant with my last set of twins. So they want to wear locks. So I'm like, I don't want to have you lock your hair up. That's a permanent decision. You're not old enough. So we'll just do temporary locks. Stop. So anyways, this dog is acting crazy. So anyways, he didn't like their hair, which he has done that before. He'd be like, well, I just wanted to change the hair up, which is fine. He has an older daughter, that's grown because he's older than me. So she's a very beautiful, mature young lady. She does the hair all the time since they was babies. So I said, oh, okay. He just let me know the gist. But I think he knew that he was trying to be disrespectful and playing my face on the low. Because then he proceeded to say, oh, yeah, you had the hair in too long. And my girlfriend had to get her older sister to do their hair. And man, as soon as I get my check, I'm going to pay her because she, woo. Now, this is what you say to me in my motherfucking face. Excuse me? Right? So any woman, if I was a father, right? You'd be like, wait a minute. like they saving the day, like the kids ain't taken care of. They have natural hair. So we just have different, again, different of opinion. Okay? And I'm telling you these things as a cautionary tale. Watch who you have your kids with. I love my kids. But again, they have some of the nature of the men, obviously, because they had their DNA. So you got to be careful with that. When they get older, they'll switch up on you. Okay? They'll take the person. You understand? So you got to, emotionally guard yourself in that way as well. But, be mindful. Show unconditional love. But know when to kind of, all right? Even with they seed, you got to do it. So I was like, I didn't say nothing because I like the drop off and the pickup to be peaceful. It's okay. So I kind of sat there and thought about it. And then I called him and I said, I'm not trying to start an argument. I don't argue with it. I don't argue with this one. I ain't argue with the other one. I ain't argue with them in almost 10 years. They knew that my man. I don't have no feelings for you. It's just an exchange. We just being cordial, on things on behalf of the kids. Nothing for us to argue with. And every time they do try, that's why I worked extra to get my kids their own phone lines. You can call them. And I got a house phone. So you got other avenues before you actually really have to talk to me. The kids almost have to force me on the phone to talk to me because I'll be like, no, just tell him, okay, he's going to pick him up at 3. You know what I mean? Unless it's like something they really feel like they need to talk to me about. And I have to stay off. I got to try to get off the phone in under 5 minutes because the demeaning would start. The little sneak distance starts. And they're obsessed with it because they hate me. Okay? So I said, what? Now, here come the other ones. They was at their dad's house too over spring break. The stepmother gave my son some hair dye. Now my son has locks like me, like permanent locks. That's a decision he made. He loves it. So I went with it, And she was saying, well, I don't have no gel. I would lock your hair again. Both of these baby daddies, both of their weird ass women that they with, that I don't bother. I'm the baby mama that's pleasant, that your ignorant, low self-esteem ass should be happy that you're dealing with, because a lot of baby mamas are ignorant. Instead of you being happy that I'm not in your man's face, I don't want your fucking man, okay? I just want them to be a good father. I don't harass them. Pick the kids, I don't do that. You'll go 9 months without picking them up. Fine, I just had the kids call you, tell you Happy Christmas or whatever the fuck. Instead of you being happy about that, like, ooh, I ain't got to deal with these kids, she don't want my man, and being comfortable, you got so much of a low self-esteem. And, of course, the baby daddies lie because they hate me. They gave these women a preconceived notion about me, and the women can see over time, okay, this ain't true. This ain't nothing wrong with this woman. She taking care of her kids. She don't want your ass. They just told them such terrible things. These women have gotten so attached to this false narrative where now, anytime they see my kids, they sneak doing a little weird stuff. Oh, I could do your hair. Like, their hair not done. We wear natural hair. I'm trying to see who was that in front of my house. Hold on. I want to see what that was in front of my house. Oh, they delivering a package. I was about to say. Oh, wait. I ain't going down. See big old pit bulls. See, now this is where I got to watch in this neighborhood part. So I got the camera out of my face. Yeah, get your little dog. All right. So, but they have to find something wrong. So you can't find nothing wrong, which just, you really, if you with a man, side note, if you with a man, because I was with a man, and that was around their kids, you have to genuinely love kids. You don't have to agree with how their other parent chooses to raise them, long as the children are not being hurt. You have to agree with the sense of style or what they consider beautiful as far as hair, or even their teaching style, how they teach the children, what you think they should be focusing on. They should focus on science, and the biological parent might think, no, I want them to focus on English. You know what I mean? So that's minor. You try to major on minor things. So this is the type of bitches that they decided that they felt that deserve their protection against me, because they're created this false narrative. So these women secretly, slyly, and demonically, oh, I'm gonna do your hair. Oh, yeah, maybe you should ask your mom to do your hair when you get home. This is both in the same weekend, y'all. Okay. Now I was kind of, and I sit there and ponder on it because I don't want my kids sitting there to ponder on it. And then the other kids, oh, she said our hair was ugly. We needed to get our hair done. One of my daughters had a beautiful latch hook. I did a crochet, like a little cute little afro. Very cute. It was very cute. She got a lot of compliments on it. I did it for her little concert. She loved it. We put little charms in it. It was great. And then the other one had latch hooked locks like me. She wanted them. They was kind of like a messy boho, like mermaid locks or whatever, And so they little kids, they little baby hair don't be done all the time. So I tell them, okay, put your little headband on and, keep it moving. It's cute, right? Nothing wrong with it. They African American. I mean, they mix with other stuff, but if we African Americans, our hair is beautiful. There's nothing wrong with this. So of course she, ooh, this is ugly. And ooh. And I told him, I said, why would you let your girlfriend say stuff like that in front of our kids to them? They don't think nothing wrong with their hair because I wear natural. They looking beautiful like their mother. So it's inadvertently, oh, I don't have nobody around. Here come the hollering. Now here it is. Watch this. I have been raising these men kids, one of them for 13 years, the other one for almost 10 years. They hate me so much. They yoke themselves and partner themselves with these bitches that they don't even know like that. Okay? And act like it's just such a deep connection to the point where if I say anything against, okay, that was you being blatantly fucking disrespectful, they feel like they have to take the bitch side. Not me, the mother who don't ask you for nothing, who don't be all up in your face, who don't harass you, who don't be hollering at you, who don't argue with you, who take very good care of your kids that got motherfucking therapy for what? One of them 11 years, the other one's what? 8 years, the other one's for what? 6 years? Speech therapy, anything type of therapy they need. They have a reading specialist around this mother. I literally have turned into like having a master's in these men kids. Happily doing it, right? But you feel the need when I say, okay, that's kind of rude. I'm their mother. You don't change their hair without asking me. And you have other women in their hair. I don't let other women touch my daughter's hair. Like ever, not even people in my family. I don't let them touch my daughter's hair. People be jealous. People do, witchcraft and shit. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to pray over that little aspect. I'm going to let that go. But you just acting like she coming in and say, oh, she ain't mean it like that. How else could you mean by calling the child's hair ugly? And then acting like, oh, I got to change your hair. You let them do that. This is someone you're not married to. The other one, he married to the female. She's very sneaky. Because he was sleeping with her and I was pregnant with the twins. You understand? Which is one of the reasons why we broke up. So now you was a hoe that turned into a so-called housewife. And so now you using my children's affection towards their father to gain favor with them against me. This is the hatred, y'all. It's levels to this hatred. It's different if somebody was protecting and loving and wanted to have a cool friendship. My dad had a cool friendship with my mom. My stepfather came to my dad's funeral. He said they was like brothers. They got along, They moved on. We knew their other spouses. Their spouses was cool. The kids would come over our house. So I didn't grow up seeing, hope we don't get along and all the hollering. I've seen hollering with uncles and aunties, but I didn't grow up like that. So for me, it's very, very strange and very weird to see this level of hatred coming from people that I have chose to bear their children and I'm taking very good care of. To see the type of cahoots people will go within just to be able to have some type of, to support this false narrative that they are emotionally attached to. It's surprising and disgusting to me. So you have to be careful who you have your kids with, okay? You can't choose your family. You don't have to fuck with them though, but be very careful who you have your children with. All of these, you'll be surprised underneath that veneer of that beautiful smile and that hardworking man, which is true. See, 2 things, 3 things, 4 things could be true at the same time. Underneath that, underneath those laughs and that good time having it today, you be just vibing. After that person feel like they got you, because remember I said don't get got, because I didn't got. After they feel like they done got you, like you staying with them, you need them any type of way, you have kids by them, we connected for life. If they have a controlling spirit, a Jezebel spirit, it's going to pop all the way out. And they always partner themselves with the Ahab spirit. And they don't have to go along with gender. The woman could be an Ahab. Or the man could be the Jezebel and the woman could be the Ahab. It could switch. There's always one that's a lesser, inverted, covert narcissist and an overt narcissist. Dare I say, some of them could be like twin psychopaths. Or sadists. Or have those characteristics. You understand? And what they'll do is they'll use it as the guise of, I'm trying to help. I really care about my kids. I want to get their hair done. While you're literally insulting me to my face. And then if I say anything, you'll gaslight and say, no, that's not how I mean like that. You need to grow up. I need to grow up. And I'm taking care of all of these kids by myself. You ain't gave me no child support. And almost 2 years the other one, you ain't gave me none in 9 months. When you buy the kids little stuff from the little dollar store stuff, I say thank you. Every little bit helps. And so for the women, instead of them being appreciative, like, oh, this woman ain't all up in his face. I got my little man and stuff. Play your stepmama role, right, bitch? Don't be trying to act like, I'm going to do your hair. Instead of y'all enjoying the 2-3 days y'all got with the kids, 4-5 days y'all got with some of the other kids. And just chilling out, watching movies. Even if you don't fake it till you make it, bitch. Watch some movies. laugh, joke. Okay, you know, put them to sleep early. Okay, go in the room with your man, and y'all get it in. Instead of them playing that role correctly, they keep inadvertently trying to pick apart things that I'm not doing correctly with the children. Oh, we gotta make sure you're reading. You're on the device. We gotta make sure you're doing this. And they have reading specialists. See, but assuming the worst about me and happy to believe it with no evidence, seeing the evidence about these weird ass bitches they done got with, and don't believe it when I bring it to their attention. That's the problem when you have children before being married. And I think if I would have been stupid enough to marry one of those men, I damn sure would have always already been divorced by them. I never would want to be a wife to a man that has those type of characteristics. You can't see within reality. You're willing to co-sign and take up for people that has not proven themselves to you. And the person that's been around that you done seen consistently for over a decade and proven themselves, you ain't got to like a motherfucker, but okay, that motherfucker is diligent and consistent. You keep feeling the need that you don't know and you're suspicious. That's the level of control, and these niggas hate me. That's somebody that's disgusted by you. They hate you. And they mad when you do right by their kids. They have to fast and throw. Yeah, I know you do that, but I don't believe in all that medicine and stuff. Bitch, you need some help, okay? You can't see, look how you acting. You can't see reality. You're fighting against someone that has elevated your children and have sacrificed things that I could have went on my own and been selfish about, right? You should be grateful. I'm happy you went through a little transformation to take care of my kids. Instead, you're jealous and angry about it, and now you want to compete with and outdo. This is the type of men I have kids with, see? And I got to be truthful to a certain extent with the kids. They older. But I don't tell them all of this. So I go on walks, and this is my little video diary. I'm like Blossom, okay? Or Clarissa Explains It All. My inner child has to say, wait a minute, motherfucker, okay? You don't take care of your kids like that to act like you the king I am. And I do that for the kids. They can see you, so they can have a sense of identity, you know, as long as you keeping it cute and stuff. But you starting to be, they done got so comfortable being so blatantly disrespectful. And the problem also is my family has co-signed them in their disrespect towards me. They co-signed it. They think it's beautiful. They love it. You thought she was cute. Whoever was secretly jealous. They went along with this weird-ass false narrative that I need some all of this help and stuff. And I'm taking care of my children and just getting along with the people. Does that mean that I'm perfect? No. But what I'm saying is if you have someone around your kids, you need to be mindful who you have around your kids. And I should be able to talk to you as the other parent. I can't tell you what to do, but just to tell you, hey, our kid said this. Now, if it was on the other shoe and I said, and my daughters told them, her boyfriend said my hair was ugly, they would have a big problem with that. And they'd be calling me unfit and you don't know what you're doing. What is it when you're doing it? And then if I say, well, I don't feel comfortable with the kids coming over there because she's saying stuff to them about me like I'm not taking care of them, and they know that's not the truth, but they can't say nothing because, you know, you're their dad and they happy they over there and they happy they able to see you because you're not consistent with them all the time. But they coming to tell me like I had a good time, but if I pull the car to say, nah, I just think it'd be better for you just to pick them up, take them to the park, have a good little time. I don't want them to spend the night no more. Then it's going to be all hell. So you have to be careful. When you have kids, people that hate you, they always want you to be stuck in a level of drama. Even if they're not around, if they can't get to you romantically, they start trying to talk to people who are trying to get to you romantically. They'll come together and lie. And in my instance, they came together with family members and just lied. Motherfuckers just, and I even I look beyond the lies. Like, okay, whatever. You know, pick your kids up as long as you're safe for the kids, right? And I'm not saying these men don't love their children, but sometimes they hatred for the mother. And people go, what did you do to make them hate you? I don't know, dog. I do not be perfect. I haven't slashed no tires. I ain't blew no window. This is stuff the other baby mamas did. I ain't had no other niggas around the other kids. I ain't had, they didn't have to question the paternity. You'll be surprised. Some people that you interact with, okay, cautionary tale again, you might even sleep with them. They do not like you because they are not like us. They're not like us. They're not like you. They will never like you. It don't matter how cute you are. It don't matter how good you cook, how nice you try to be, how quiet you try to be, how much you try to take care of their kids, how good you try to sleep with them in bed. They do not like you. And they show their level of hatred towards you by believing lies, by spreading lies, and by always wanting you to be in drama and trying to what? Disturb your peace. And they don't care if you have kids by them. They don't care if you got to work. But they always want you to consider them because it's a selfish mentality. It's a selfish and a hateful one. And remember, selfish and hateful people Always find other selfish or hateful people. They attract like fucking magnets. And it could be people in your family that you like, you know the drama I've been through with this person. Why would you take their side? Because they're selfish and they have hated you the entire time. Be careful, young ladies.